Hello and welcome to Monk's first annual Best of MMA DFS Women's Flyweight Edition, 2022 edition, guys. We're going over 10 awards, who won them this year in the Women's Flyweight division, who were the best performers, all of that. Let's get into it right away. No more messing around. Here are the awards I was about to start talking about. We're going to be giving out most active fighter, most wins, most raw DraftKings points per minute, most bonus points per fight, most DraftKings points scored, least DraftKings points against or least allowed, best scoring percentage, best optimal rate, top 10 individual performances, and best overall fighter at the women's flyweight division in the year 2022. I suppose we should get right into it, guys. We had 47 fighters, 47 women's flyweight fighters, 64 fights they competed in, 14 times one of those women's flyweights was optimal. Here's the most active fighters of the year, 2022. We've got two tied. They each fought 3 times, 3-3 combined record. 1 is Jennifer Maia, 2 is Molly McCann. If you remember, she had 2 definite, 2 very memorable fights and 1 that she wishes that she could forget. Guys, most wins, women's flyweight division 2022. We have a 4-way, 6-way, 7-way tie for first place. 7-way tie for first. We've got Erin Blanchfield, Natalia Silva, Macy Barber, Miranda Maverick, Molly McCann, Alexa Grasso, Caitlin Chukagian. All 7 of these women scored 2 wins in the women's flyweight division last year, or this year rather, of 2022. Most raw DraftKings points per minute. That is most points scored per minute with bonus points taken out. This is more of an offensive pacing number. What is your offensive pace? Alexa Grasso, 3.33 points per minute. Number 4, Natalia Silva, 3.61 points per minute. I should mention you have to have at least fought in 2 fights to be qualified for most of these awards. 2 fight minimum, as you can see. It's the bottom, the smallest font on the screen in the blue writing. 4, Natalia Silva, 3.61. 3, Molly McCann, 4.58 points per minute. Number 2, Erin Blanchfield, 5.20 points per minute for Erin Blanchfield. My goodness. Number 1, overall, Miranda Maverick, most raw DraftKings points per minute scored in 2022, 5.78 points a minute, a half point better than Blanchfield at number 2. Most bonus points per fight. You are awarded bonus points depending on how soon you finish your fight. Here's the most on average per fight. Number 5, Natalia Silva, 37.5 points per fight. Number 4, Molly McCann, 45 points per fight. Number 3, Miranda Maverick, 50 points per fight. Number 2, Alexa Grasso, 60 points, 60 bonus points per fight. And number 1, overall, 2 fight minimum for most bonus points of the year per fight, Erin Blanchfield. She put up 180 bonus points. 160 bonus points this past year. 80 points per fight. She dominated. Fantastic, Erin Blanchfield. Most DraftKings points scored in the year 2022 as a total, as a whole. Doesn't matter how many fights. Hopefully it's at least 2 minimum. I mean, it guaranteed is. No Max Holloways in this division. Natalia Silva scored 170.60. Alexa Grasso scored 216.45. Erin Blanchfield just above Grasso, 218.52. Number 2 is Molly McCann, 5 points over Blanchfield at 223.6. It took her 3 fights to get there, though, it should be noted. Number 1 overall, most DraftKings points scored. It only took her 2 fights. Miranda Maverick put up 228.68. She's nowhere close to, say, the winner of the flyweight title, Mohamed Makayev, at 367, but she did well enough to top the women's flyweight division, 228.68. Congratulations, Miranda Maverick. Least DraftKings points against is what that's supposed to say. What that means is the fewest DraftKings points allowed all year. Who has the best defense? Who allowed the fewest points? Caitlin Chukagian allowed 75.1, comes in at 5th place overall. Number 4, Macy Barber allowed 73.52 points in her fights. Number 3, Natalia Silva gave up 43.19. Number 2, Erin Blanchfield, 28.06 is all she allowed. That is it, Erin Blanchfield. Who did better than that, allowing just 28 points in 2022? It is Miranda Maverick. Didn't even give up 20. Allowed 19.4 points overall in the year 2022. My goodness, that is fantastic. Best score percentage. Guys, let's say I score 70 points, you score 30. My scoring percentage is 70, yours is 30. That's how that works. Macy Barber, 65.75% of all points scored in her fights came directly from her. Alexa Grasso, responsible for 70.62% of her DraftKings points. Number 3, Natalia Silva, scored almost 80, 79.80% of all DraftKings points scored in her fights. Number 2, again, Erin Blanchfield. Seems to be a common occurrence. Miss Blanchfield is right toward the top in all these categories. 88.62% of all DraftKings points scored in her fights, Erin Blanchfield scored them. And the number 1 highest scoring percentage of DraftKings points in 2022, I'm sure you could have guessed that, Miranda Maverick scored 92%, 92.18% of all DraftKings points in her fights. She had those DraftKings points in a rear naked choke, you could say. Best optimal rate, guys. The highest rate of making the optimal lineup. Most times making DraftKings optimal lineup divided by total fights. We have got a 6-way tie for first place. This category kind of a letdown in this division, but it is what it is. Miranda Maverick, Erin Blanchfield, Natalia Silva, Alexa Grasso, Marina Moroz, haven't heard that name much at all, and Vivian Araujo all made the optimal lineup once out of 2 fights, giving them a 50% optimal rate. All tied for first place, 50% optimal. No one in the women's flyweight division made optimal lineup more than once, should be noted. Top 10 scorers, guys. We are finishing up this video in just a few minutes. This is the second to last category. The top 10 scorers, the 10 best individual performances at women's flyweight in the year 2022. Number 10, Marina Moroz. When she fought Maria Agapova, put up 107.89. She subbed Agapova at the 8.5-minute mark. Molly McCann, her first, I believe, spinning back elbow of the year against Luana Carolina, who seemed to be cruising at that point, if I recall. Maybe not cruising, but keeping it close. 109.9 is what McCann ended up with after the crazy bonk that she put on Carolina. She got that in the 11th, just under the 12-minute mark. Miranda Maverick against Sabina Mazo. She put up 110.06. She subbed her at 7.5 minutes. Halfway through the fight, subbing Sabina Mazo. Number 7, Molly McCann again against Hannah Goldie. Again, spinning back elbow. Again. In the first round, just under the 4-minute mark, TKO of Hannah Goldie. Number 6, the champ, Valentina Shevchenko, going against Tayla Santos, the toughest time that she has had pretty much in her entire reign as champion. Split decision victory. She put up 114.85. I don't remember Santos' score off the top of my head, but it was pretty damn high, and that was a pretty damn close fight, if I do recall. Santos gets Erin Blanchfield next year. That makes me scared for Blanchfield. I'm really pulling for Blanchfield, but I love both women. Anyways, both amazing fighters. Number 5, Juliana Miller. When she fought Brogan Walker, I believe that was the tough finale. She scored 115.2. I bet she was very low owned on that card, knocking out Brogan Walker in just under the 14-minute mark. Number 4, Alexa Grasso against Joanne Wood, nay Calderwood. Subbed Joanne Wood in just under 4 minutes in that one. Miranda Maverick making her second appearance on this list, coming in at number 3 against Shayna Young. 118.62 is what Maverick scored in that unanimous decision victory. 118.62 for a women's flyweight fight. Fantastic. Number 2, King Casey O'Neill, the reigning, defending best DFS fighter of the year 2021. King Casey O'Neill, fought Roxanne Modafferi, only had one fight this year, was plagued by a knee injury. It looks like she's coming back soon, thank goodness. Only got one fight in this year, but what did she do, guys? What did she do with her one fight? She put up 121.86 in her split decision win over Modafferi. Split decision, what a joke. Casey O'Neill, good enough. for second place. Imagine what she would have done if she had all year. My goodness. She might have been in this number 1 spot. That's going to go to Miss Erin Blanchfield, just edging Casey O'Neill here by less than 2 points, scoring 123.64 against Molly McCann. She's a very popular fighter on this list, making her 3rd appearance. Molly McCann getting, I believe is key-locked or Kimura there, 123.64. Erin Blanchfield absolutely destroying McCann in 3.5 minutes. Subbed her to get the job done there. Congratulations, Erin Blanchfield. Best overall fighter, guys. We did it. Hit the like, hit the sub on this channel, and stay tuned for a ton more best of videos to get you through your Christmas break. Just get away from that family for a few minutes. Say you got to do some DFS homework. You got to do some, hey, got to do some homework, and then put one of these on. Give you like 10, 11 minutes of respite, all right? I know how it is. Best overall fighter, women's flyweight 2022. Who's it going to be? It is Miranda Maverick, guys. She edges out, and I mean edges out, Erin Blanchfield for best overall women's flyweight 2022. Hear me out. 2-0 for Miranda Maverick. One time making the optimal, as we know. No one made optimal more than once in this division. 114.34 points per win. 5.78 raw DraftKings points per minute. 228.68 is what Miranda Maverick scored this year. And 11.79 to 1 DraftKings points ratio. That is incredible. 9,400 average salary. It turned out to be worth it. And at least one of them. The other one she scored pretty damn well, but was just probably priced too high to make optimal lineup. 50 bonus points per fight on average. And she scored 92.18% of all of her DraftKings points, guys. Trust me when I say this was an extremely close one. But honestly, Maverick had just 10 more points than Blanchfield. She gave up 5 points less than Blanchfield. Not even 5. She scored 4% more of the points. She was just that much cheaper than Blanchfield on average, 150 cheaper. The only thing Blanchfield had was the bonus points per fight, and it was a damn good award. But this one was very, very close, guys. You got to give it to Miss Miranda Maverick here. Alliteration aside, great performances, fantastic overall fighter for this division 2022, doing the division proud, and we will see what 2023 has in store, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the fights. I forgot my own catchphrase. I want all of you to enjoy the fights, so enjoy, and we will see you the best of Bantamweight edition. Have a good one.